morning. My name is Sean Rogers, and today I'll be briefing my squad ambush brief. The purpose of this brief is to brief the actions on the objective, which is to destroy an enemy squad patrol in order to prevent disruption to command and control of U.S. forces in zone. This is my timeline. So at 0700, I will receive the mission. 0705, I will issue a war note to begin the parallel planning process to my team leaders to ensure their teams are ready for the ambush. After approximately 25 minutes at 0730, I will pick up the squad and my attached machine gun team. We will head to the ORP, which is approximately 100 meters southeast of our patrol base. Once we arrive, we will conduct a security call and conduct SILs. At 0745, we will establish the ORP at the security halt location if SILs goes well. At 0755, I will select the leaders recon team. At 0800, we will step up to conduct the leaders recon, and I will be issuing a guide with my alpha team leader. At 0810, we will travel approximately 100 meters south and arrive at our release point, marking it with a US-17 panel facing the ORP. I'll be setting a single-man S&O team, which will be my Bravo rifleman, and then from there we will move on to the ambush site. Approximately 8:20, we will arrive at and begin inspecting the ambush site, and we will be assessing locations for the security, support by fire, and assault elements to ensure that each have proper cover and concealment. I will also be determining claymore locations, and we will all be identifying target reference points, limit of advanced phase lines, and the kill zone. At approximately 0900, we'll be finishing inspecting the kill site, or the ambush site, and then we'll move to the release point. At approximately 0910, we will arrive at the release point, and I'll issue a guide with my S&O team explaining that we'll be going back to get the rest of the squad and moving back to the ambush site. At approximately 0920, we'll arrive at the ORP, pick up the rest of the squad. 0925, we will step off from the ORP to the ambush site. 0935, we will move through the release point, picking up our S&O team on the way. And by 0945, we should be arriving at the ambush site and moving to its ambush positions. And from that point on, myself and my team leaders will be setting individual lanes for the assault elements, setting fields of fire, showing left and right limits, pointing out targets, reference points, phase lines, the limit of advance, and the kill zone. And then by 1000, we should be set and ready for the ambush. And if we have extra time, we will practice our pace plan with our security and support by fire elements until the security element makes contact with the enemy. The guide I'll be issuing my alpha team leader when I'm going on my leaders recon. So where I'll be going is to conduct the leaders recon. Others I'll be taking with me will be myself, my HE of the support by fire, Bravo team rifleman, Bravo team leader, and Bravo team automatic rifleman. The time will be no longer than 90 minutes. The procedures, if I do not return on time, will be to attempt radio contact for approximately 5 minutes. If no response, then send a team to come get us, and then actions if contact is taken. So if the ORP team takes contact, they will break contact and move to the leaders recon location, and vice versa. If the leaders recon takes contact, we will move back to the ORP. And you can see here that through the leaders recon, we were identifying our leftmost security element, our rightmost security element, with good cover and concealment. Our ambush location pushed back into the tree line, offering again good cover and concealment. Our support by fire with great cover and concealment, with a good visual, with a good line of sight over the kill zone. We've also been able to identify our phase line red and black, which will be phase line red will be the start of our kill zone, phase line black will be the end of our kill zone. We've also identified 2 good claymore locations and our LOA and our 3 target reference points here. So our planning, so the base plan for the security element to make contact with me once they've made contact with the enemy will be the primary means of the US-17 panel. The alternate will be a radio or walkie-talkie. The contingency will be the chem-light buzzsaw, and the emergency will be a runner to me. The base plan for the shifting and lifting fires of the support by fire element will be myself yelling the commands. And also going to be a radio or walkie-talkie. The contingency of a US-17 panel thrown into the kill zone, preferably in front of the line of sight of the support by fire element, and the emergency will be myself running to the support by fire. The salute report that we'll be waiting on from the security element once they make contact with the enemy is we're expecting a squad-sized element. The activity of patrolling, the location and time will be to be determined based on the avenue of approach they take and the time they arrive. The uniform we're expecting is an North Korean Army uniform, and the equipment they're expected to have is a CSK 141. And the initiation and execution of this ambush. So the ambush execution order will be primary. Will be an AT force targeting the CSK 141 from the Alpha Team rifleman right here. And if he doesn't hit it, we have a secondary AT4 from the Alpha team leader. Both of those guys also have M4s as secondary weapons when they actually assault through. Once the CSK 141 is down, I'll initiate the anti-personnel claymores, and then we'll begin the Mad Minute, which will open up a cyclic rate of fire from the N240, and everybody will set down a base of fire. After approximately a minute, I'll call a ceasefire, and then I will give the order to bound through the kill zone. The assault element will bound through the kill zone, and then I'll be shifting and lifting the fires to signaling the swirl fire to shift and lift fires as appropriate as we move through. Once we reach the LOA, we'll be setting security at the LOA, covering all fields of fire. And then from that point on, the security elements will look for any stragglers, and if they do see any, we have an extra claymore on our rightmost limit. At the leftmost limit, we have an automatic rifleman ready to go. So actions at the LOA and the withdrawal plan. So once we reach the LOA, while maintaining 360 security, the Alpha team, rifleman, and grenadier will be conducting EPW searches, and the Bravo team leader will come down from the leftmost limit and come down and help with aid and litter. If necessary, we can bring our Bravo team rifleman, which is on our rightmost limit, to come and assist him. That is METTC dependent. And then once we've concluded with EPW and aid and litter, we will proceed to withdrawal through ASS, which we are assault, support, and security. So through the 3 called of red, the assault element will push back to the release point, or the rally point. Then the support by fire, with the 3 called of white, will move back to the rally point. And then finally, the security element, on the 3 called of blue, will move back to the rally point. Once at the rally point, I will gain accountability of all personnel and through laser reports, we're gaining accountability of liquid, ammunition, count sheets, and equipment. Once we're all up and good to go, we're going to move from the rally point to the ORP, and then from the ORP back to the patrol base. That is my brief.